Today is going to be very important for the overall markets, not only for Bitcoin. And guys, we're going to see that at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to get the interest rate decision, and at 2:30, we're going to see the FOMC meeting. So are we going to get some hawkish behavior from the Fed, or are we finally going to see that the Fed will pivot? Because yes, we saw a lot of banks collapse. So are we going to see that we're going to get the 25 basis points, which are also expected from the overall market, or are we going to finally see the pivot from the Fed? And we could expect that the price of Bitcoin will see a major pump towards the upside, and we could come all the way up to the levels of 34,000 US dollars. So guys, are we going to see this major pump towards the upside and the Fed finally going to pivot, or are we going to see the 25 basis point rate hike and we could expect a consolidation in these areas? But guys, overall the markets are looking quite bullish. And guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. Welcome back to B4Crypto, and guys, I hope you all are doing great. And before we're going to look at the charts and also the news, what we could expect from the Federal Reserve, we're going to go over to my YouTube channel, because yes, I nearly reached 1,000 subscribers and I want to do a major giveaway. Guys, I'm going to double someone's Bitget account, so all you have to do is first subscribe to my YouTube channel and then go down in the video description below and sign up with my Bitget link, where you receive a massive deposit bonus of 5,000 US dollars, and then you have to deposit a small amount of crypto, and in 1 week's time I'm going to take 1 UID and I'm going to double your Bitget account. Follow all of these steps to take part in this major giveaway. So let's go over to the first news. And yes guys, in 6 hours and 25 minutes we're going to get the Fed rate decision, and at the moment we can see that we have a possibility of 91% that we're going to get the 25 basis point rate hike, which is also expected from the broader market. And if we're going to see that we're going to get the 25 basis points, we could expect that Bitcoin won't see a major reaction, because we could expect some, yes, major volatility during the announcement. But guys, it all depends what we're going to see from the FOMC meeting. Are we going to see a hawkish Fed Jerome Powell, or are we going to see that we're going to pivot and we could expect a major pump for the markets? Because yes guys, if we're going to see a pivot from the Fed, we could expect that Bitcoin will shoot through our resistance round about the 30,000 US dollar level, and we could reach a high round about the 34,000 US dollar level. But we're going to look at the charts after the news. But guys, if we're going to see a major rate hike from the Fed, maybe even a 50 basis point rate hike, guys, we could see a major economic downturn. We could see that a lot of banks would collapse. But guys, I expect at the moment that we're going to see a pivot from the Fed and that we could expect a major pump for Bitcoin. But if we're going to get the 25 basis point rate hikes, guys, I think that Bitcoin, because this was expected, the 25 basis point rate hike, that we're going to see a consolidation and that Bitcoin is still going to break the 30,000 US dollar level. And yes guys, because it's very obvious, the Fed faces one of its toughest calls in years, whether to raise the rates again to fight stubbornly high inflation or take a timeout amid the most intense banking crisis since 2008. It is going to be a tough decision with very tricky communications. And guys, yes, this is going to be the most important factor, because yes, we're going to get the interest rate decision at round about 2 p.m. but at 2:30 we're going to have the FOMC meeting, and we're going to find out, yes, is the Federal Reserve going to say we have raised the rates too high too quick, and we're going to see a major pivot from the Fed. And yes guys, this would send the markets absolutely flying, and we could expect that Bitcoin will finally break the 30,000 US dollar level. But guys, let's go on the daily chart to find out what we could expect from this major announcement. So first of all, on the daily chart we can see that yes, Bitcoin broke this very important trend line towards the upside, and at the moment we are seeing this consolidation and a sideways movement underneath the level of 28,490 US dollars. But guys, are we going to see, yes, we're going to see a lot of volatility, so we could expect that the markets will dump all the way down to this trend line, and then we could expect a major pump towards the upside, that Bitcoin could reach all the way up to the levels of 30,000 US dollars by the end of this rate decision. But guys, we're going to find out, are we going to get this pivot from the Fed? Because if we're going to see that the Fed will finally pivot, we could expect that Bitcoin will break all the way up, breaking this major resistance that we have round about the 30,000 US dollar level, that comes all the way from this major support and resistance area round about these levels. But guys, if we're going to see this major move towards the upside, I could expect that yes, on the daily chart we're going to see a consolidation exactly in this resistance box. So this is going to be my price target. But guys, if we're going to see that the Federal Reserve will be very hawkish and that we're going to see a major economic crash and that the Federal Reserve will raise the interest rate by 50 basis points, yes, we could expect that Bitcoin would dump all the way down to the level of 24,000 US dollars, where we have the 100 moving average on the daily chart. So this is going to be my worst case scenario, because guys, nothing can stop Bitcoin at the moment. We are seeing this meltdown of all of these banks, and if we're going to get this hawkish behavior from the Fed, yes, this would dump Bitcoin a little bit towards the downside, but this rate decision could mean that we're going to see more banks fail, and we could expect that Bitcoin will turn around in these levels and that Bitcoin will break this level. So guys, yes, we're going to see a lot of volatility, but it doesn't matter what the outcome is, we're going to see that Bitcoin will finally break the 30,000 US dollar level. And guys, let's go on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart. And yes guys, at the moment we can see that we are forming this kind of bearish pattern, this rising wedge, and we could see that the rising wedge most of the time breaks down towards the downside, because yes, our price target from this rising wedge would be all the way down here, the beginning of the wedge. So we could see that yes, maybe we're going to get a lot of volatility from the markets and maybe this 25 basis point rate hike, but guys, we could expect the wick towards the downside to this very important 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. But guys, this is going to be our worst case scenario. I could expect that we're going to break towards the upside after the Fed announcement, and that we're going to see that Bitcoin will come back above this range. So this is going to be my price target in the immediate short term. And guys, maybe even we're going to see that Bitcoin would come all the way up to the 34,000 US dollar level. But guys, after we have seen this move towards the upside, I could expect that Bitcoin will see a consolidation either in this box or above this box, that we're going to find support and that we're going to see a consolidation. And guys, we're going to see that yes, a lot of altcoins will see a major pump towards the upside, because if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, then we can see that yes, we're coming in a lot of resistance at the levels of 47%, and we saw that the Bitcoin dominance saw a major pump towards the upside. But guys, if we're going to see that yes, a lot of people will maybe take some profits round about the 30,000 US dollar level for Bitcoin, and we're going to see a consolidation in these levels, we could expect that the Bitcoin dominance will dump and a lot of people will scale from Bitcoin into altcoins, and we could see a major altcoin rally. And guys, if you want to find out what altcoins I'm buying at the moment, I'm going to do a dedicated video tomorrow. So guys, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell so that you always stay up to date, and make sure to take part in this giveaway where I'm going to double your Bitget account, and make sure to sign up with my link. And guys, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.